Welcome to episode 66 of A Week in the Life of a UK Student Reseller. This week we've got a few important releases with the Yeezy Slide Flax, the Air Max 1 Patta in the vintage white colourway, and the Crocs Salehe Bembury in the Cobble colourway. So definitely three good releases coming up. I think Pattas will definitely be the best out of the three and should sit around the 80 to 120 range, with bigger sizes performing best as always. And that will be the similar trend with the Flax as well. And Cobblers by Salehe, 7 and 6s always seem to do the best long term, so that's what I'll be targeting, but I'll try and target mostly small sizes, but I'll go for some big sizes as well to have good stock in my inventory. But those are the three main releases we're going to be targeting this week, so stay tuned to see how we get on. Right folks, so just got another package in the mail, so let's just get into it. Right folks, so again another pair of the Stag Haze. This is the last pair in a size 9.5, so all three pairs are 9, 9.5 and a 10.5. Big shout out again to Neo for the pairs. That's all we got in today. Stay tuned for some more updates. Right folks, just got the Jordan 4 black canvas in. Comes in this black box with the red finish on top. Size 11 this one, US 12. Not much else to say about the box. Inside you've got this almost like watercolour spatter design, and then normal Air Jordan 4 cement paper. And then we go into the shoe, the blank canvas Jordan 4. So it's pretty much an M&M 4, but not a retro and just a GR really. We come down to the sole first with the red, grey and white hits. You've got this black hit suede on the front contrasted against the canvas material, which is black throughout, and then you've got hits of grey as well throughout, and that's about it. All black Jordan 4. What else is there to say about it, with the hits of white and grey to contrast. Stock seemed lower than anticipated, so it did cause the price to spike up like 20 or 30 pound more in some sizes, which is good for me. At the moment I think they're sitting around the 250 to 265 range, with bigger sizes, as we know by now, performing the best. I think this is definitely a great long-term hold, and even by Christmas you should see good nice margins for rising. However, the US release hasn't been released yet, so when that release, it could cause prices to dip slightly with more pairs on the market. However, with the pound and US being so close at the moment, you shouldn't really notice that much of a difference. But yeah, that is the Jordan 4 blank canvas. This one I just picked up off Sneakers We Won, which is pretty good. But that's all we got in today. Stay tuned for some more updates. Right folks, so just got one package in the mail today, so let's just get straight into it. So as you can see, a Salehe Croc box. This is in the Cobbler colourway. We managed to hit Foot Patrol. They did a first come first serve on the launches app, and we managed to grab a pair. Shout out to Flex for the ping. Here there's Cobblers are in hand, so pretty similar to the Crocodile, Urchin, all those other colourways that I've already showcased on the app. So it's an influence of two thumbprints to create this foam croc moulded design with this hit of the back strap on the back. They've got a nice orange, not too deep this one, and I can see it being better than the Crocodile long term. In terms of resale, I think they're currently going for around 130 in all sizes, with sizes 6 and 7 performing slightly better, but relative all sizes are pretty much the same. In terms of hold or sell predictions, I think it will steadily go up very slowly like the Crocodile and Urchins. Previous ones of that have gone back up to that 150, 160 mark, and they were at 100, 120 post release a couple days after. So I've already sold this pair, but I should have another like 15 pairs coming in or so. So when those come in, I'll showcase them on the channel. But for now, I've already sold this one. I think it's 130 payout or something like that. So pretty happy about that one. This will go straight out. But yeah, nicely done by Salehe for the Crocs in the Cobbler colourway. That's all we got in today. Stay tuned for some more updates. Right folks, just got back from holiday and we've got a load of orders to get through, so it's a big haul, unboxing, whatever you want to call it. I'll just start rattling through it. So we've got about 30 or so orders here, so let's just get straight into it. Right folks, so first one up is a black and white dunk. This one in a women's 6, US 8 and a 5. Hit this one off Offspring restock, they just restocked at a random time. Managed to see the ping and run up flex, which did bits for me. Managed to get a pair, which is great. Should have hit like 35 or 36, but PayPal checkout was disabled. I think currently going for around the 150, 185. You've seen these enough times by now, don't need to go into detail, but nice little hit from Flex, so definitely shout out to Flex for that pair. Next up we got 3 from Nike. Right guys, so 3 pairs of the Air Max 1 Pattas. Wave in the triple white colourway is what I'm calling it. Let's go into it. So you've got this nice quote on the front in this foil blocking design, saying each one teach one. So fully white box, then we've got the PGLFA acronym there, and then that's it, except from the Patta spell out and Patta Nike on the box. Pretty nice clean box from Nike. And then inside the box we've got the Patta graphic, so you've got this skeleton reading the motivational quote for Patta, and then we dive into the sneaker. So here is the Patta in the triple white colourway, or vintage white and grey, whatever you want to call it. I'm personally calling it the vintage white, but here it is. So you've got the white Air Max outsole with the Air Max 1 silhouette redesigned with that wave pattern for the 4th and final installment of the Patta Wave pack. Vintage cream outsole, which is a nice touch again, and then you've got this upper consisting of the leather. The leather's slightly shiny, but not overly shiny like the patents, so definitely like that it's not overly shiny. We've also got the mini swoosh on the front of the toe box, and then we go into the mesh paneling with this grey mesh, and then coming up we've got the swoosh in a darker grey colour, and then this upper, I didn't realise, but it is kind of a cracked leather, signifying that vintage vibe again. You've obviously got the Patta tongue with the silver, and then the Patta tag, which is cool. Comes with the extra laces in the cream colourway, which is a nice touch from Patta, but that's all the shoe in its form. I think this is definitely one of my favourites out of the pack, along with the blue colourway. Definitely think Patta did a great job with this pack, apart from the rustic and maroon, which I'm really not a fan of, but nevertheless I think it's going for around the 220, 250 range at the moment, so around 50 to 70 on top. I think it will stabilise around the 300 eventually, going up to Christmas, and will be a good offload for then. So if I can get that now I will, but otherwise I'll just be holding. But yeah, 3 pairs, a size 11, 12 and a 8, all picked up from the exclusive access. I managed to scan the picture quick enough with the sneaker cam and get access, so that's great. Shout out to Escape for the quick ping on that one. Got 3 pairs of Pattas, pretty happy about that. Right folks, up next is the Salehe Bembury Crocs in the cobbler colourway. Managed to hit 17 in total, all sizes 7 and 8, so low sizes, so not too bad. You've already seen this already, so I won't need to go into too much detail. Here they are again, the Salehe Bembury Clogs in the size 7 and 8. Going for around 90 to 100 at the moment, so looking on the brickier side. Nevertheless, I think we can make some nice lunch money with the volume of pairs we've got, and I only see this shoe going up with time. 3-4 months down the line, this should easily be a 130, 140 pound slide or clog, whatever you want to call it. So that's what I'll be doing. I'll be holding all my pairs to 4 to 6 months to reach that 130, 150 sell point. But at the moment, a nice cheap Salehe clog if you're wanting to pick one up. It's not as vibrant as the pictures make out. It's more on the washed size, but nevertheless it is a nice colourway, and I think it would do well over time. So big shout out to Neo for the pairs of these, 17 in total as I've said, which is great. But yeah, right folks, next up we have the New Balance This Is Never That in the M1906 RTI. This one's in a size 10. We got, I think, 4 or 5 pairs of these. Again, a big shout out to Neo for the pairs. Let's dive into the sneaker and see what's going on with it. So here is the sneaker in hand. Pretty lightweight sneaker. Is a 1906R in this kind of vintage style sneaker with this vintage midsole. You've got, it kind of gives me like a 2002 vibes, but more deconstructed and vintage. It's got kind of spots of fading and that sort of thing and distressing, and that's giving it the deconstructed look and feel to the design, giving it more like futuristic. Not too bad in my opinion. I think it's sitting around 200, so can definitely make some decent lunch money on them. They look good, and I think they'd be more of a hit in Asia and that sort of market, but bids look quite good for them at the moment. So that is the New Balance that we managed to pick up. I think we got a good size run from a 9 to 11, which is great, and I think these ones, they might be a good hold, more with the low-key kind of hold, but I think I'll just be offloading them now and reinvesting into other things. But a nice more low-key pick up with the New Balances. But yeah, again, definitely a big shout out to Neo for the 5 pairs of these. Right folks, so the final 10 pairs that we got are the Flax sides. We got 6 in an 11 and 4 in a 12. Big shout out to Ganesh for the pairs. So let's take a look at them. Classic slide, you know by now, restock every couple of months. So no point really holding them beyond that. Unless they don't restock, then it could be a nice cook. Here are the Flax slides. So they're similar to the ochre, but a darker brown. Definitely think this one's not that bad. It's quite wearable. However, I do prefer the bone and pure colorways better over these, but definitely an easy wear if you just want like a brown slide, easy to slip on and off. I think currently going for around 80 to 90 in these specific sizes, and I think these sizes should rise nicely to 120, 140 in a 3 months period, and we'll be selling just before the next restock or holiday season, whichever comes sooner. But thanks again for Ganesh for the pairs. But yeah, that is the Yeezy Flax slide, latest slide to the abundance of slides coming out. I know there's a blue azure one coming out later this fall, so we'll definitely be sure to target that one, and the bone should release overseas shortly, so we should be able to grab more pairs. Nevertheless, that is the Flax slide, and that's about it for this haul. Big shout out to Neo and Ganesh for all the pairs this episode, and stay tuned for the next episode to see how we get on.